I found out my boyfriend was secretly meeting another woman every Thursday, and I almost ended our relationship because of it. I know how that sounds. A few months ago, my boyfriend started acting weird. Not cheating weird, just distracted. Every Thursday evening, he'd disappear for a couple of hours. His phone wasn't suspicious, he never hid messages, and he was still the same sweet guy I'd fallen for. But my brain was already writing its own story. One Thursday, I asked where he was going. He smiled and said, "Just something I need to do." That answer somehow made everything worse. For weeks, I convinced myself there had to be someone else. Why wouldn't there be? He was handsome, kind, and honestly way out of my league. Every insecurity I'd ever had suddenly came crawling out of the shadows. I started noticing everything. The random smiles while texting. The occasional late replies. The fact that he seemed happier lately. I hated myself for thinking it, but I was preparing for heartbreak. Then one Thursday, I followed him. Yeah, not proud of it. I kept my distance and watched him walk into a small house on the other side of town. My stomach dropped. A woman opened the door. She hugged him, and that's when I completely lost it. I sat in my car crying, convinced I just watched my relationship end in front of me. But instead of driving away, I waited. 2 hours later, he came back out. Except he wasn't alone. The woman walked beside him, and so did 3 kids. They were laughing. One of the little girls grabbed his hand. The sight absolutely shattered me. I thought, wow, not only does he have another woman, he has an entire secret family. I wish I were exaggerating. The next day, I confronted him. I was crying before I even got the words out. And then he looked confused. Actually confused. When I finally told him everything, he sat there silently for a few seconds. Then he started crying too. Not because he'd been caught, because I had no idea what he'd been doing. The woman wasn't his girlfriend. She was his older sister. The kids were his nieces and nephews. A year earlier, her husband had died unexpectedly. She'd been struggling ever since. Every Thursday, my boyfriend went there after work to help with groceries, homework, house repairs, and basically anything the family needed. He never told me because his sister hated feeling like a burden. So he kept it private. Not secret. Private.